Hey there, friends. I hope that you are well and happy this Saturn's Day. Mostly, I hope that you are cool. We are having like a crazy heat wave, y'all, but it looks like Tuesday that things will be back into like the mid 80s, which is very nice considering it's been like, hovering close to 100. I think that the heat index is 112 today. We had to cancel our sweet corn and watermelon festival at the farm because it's just like it's dangerous levels to be outside. So, let's put a thought out there in the universe for the protection of our first responders, especially because they are always on the ground, always looking out for us. So, and even in this heat, first responders are there working for our protection. So just sending out a little shout out to our first responders. Thank you for what you do. And we are thinking of you this hot day. I'm looking at my lighting. I just don't seem to have a lot of lighting going on. Now that's, I have tried to keep my lights off today in the studio. It's already hovering around 100 up here, and it's only like 1 o'clock. I wanted to show you guys 2 new journals that are going in the shop. These are our Big Mama Flow journals. They are just stuffed with all kinds of fun. You guys, I am looking for beaded braiding. I don't go to Joann's just because there is no Joann's close to here, but does Joann's or Hobby Lobby have this kind of thing? I know that I can order it online, but I'm wondering, and you guys are so smart and you always help me out with things, so I'm looking for beaded braiding. Let's take a look inside at this baby. I really do love the mandala pattern. I really do like the blues kind of interspersed with this darker yellow. I just thought it's just such a very pretty piece of fabric, finished off with rolled paper beads and glass beads. Thank you, Miss G. She sent me glass beads for my birthday. I just thought that was the sweetest thing ever. I also wanted to show you guys these flowers that I've been making. They are so much fun, and I put them on pipe cleaners, and they I had them sitting close to my little oscillating fan up here, and I had them sitting in just a little vase, and when the fan hits them, they like do this little dance. They're so pretty. I mean, they're so much fun, and they were an absolute delight to make. So that's kind of what I've been up to this morning. We're going to finish up. These journals are finished, but I have a couple more to get finished as well. Thank you guys for supporting these at the Etsy shop. Let's take a look. And of course, we're going to start with a vintage greeting card. I believe these are from the 1940s. This one is signed on the back right here. I love vintage greeting cards because a vintage greeting card tells a story. It tells the story of, ending up in a hospital and hopefully recuperation, and how did this person recuperate and what happened to them. So to me, a greeting card is a very interesting story. You can build a sense of story around a greeting card. These pockets are just chock stuffed full of stuff. I can't take everything out of the pockets, but I'll go through here and kind of try and tell you what kind of items are in here. We have paper items, we have embellishments, some magazine clippings, we have tarot cards. These are illustrations from a 1970 Reader's Digest. This is of an operating room. I thought that was really super cool. And of course we have 4 signatures, vintage papers, current papers, scrapbook papers, every kind of paper that you can probably think of. This is from the 1934 Iowa Housewives Cookbook. This is from a Childcraft encyclopedia, which is really neat. You know, when you see the racing cars, football players, when you think about how things were in 1970, and you know, to me, that wasn't like that long ago, but it really was that long ago. We have a little flip out here for you that I arranged from a strip of the 9x12 collector card pockets. So this is just like a little flip out pocket. This is a 1927 photograph. I think this little baby's name was Holton. A City Pass brochure from New York City when the two towers were still standing. A little packet of things for you to play with, because you know we just need more stuff. This is just flips out right here. We have some, I don't know what these things are called, but I know my friend Debbie paints on these, and she does exquisite painting on those little discs. Another card here, a pocket full of fun here, some Japanese writing here. More of the 1934 Iowa Cookbook. We've got a little bit of Winnie the Pooh fabric pieces for you to play with. I love this. Look at that. This is 1941. Now, this is not a copy. I really do love to give you guys stuff that is from my vintage stash. This is 1941. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Mr. and Mrs. Winston Enoch, and this is Sunny. There we go. Isn't that cool? Another small baby announcement right here. It says, "Hello, little darling." Look at that. It is just the sweetest thing. We've got some vintage papers in here for you, some illustrations, a napkin, some embellishments are in here. These are, cards from Holland, postcards from Holland, another postcard from Holland, greeting card right here, another vintage greeting card right there. I arranged some papers for you guys so I could give you guys some brads. We've got a little Disney fairy right here for you to play with. Just lots and lots. A little bit of pattern ephemera, sewing ephemera, hymnal ephemera, 1928 hymnal from the Moody Bible College. The 1927 photographs right here. This is an original piece that I did of I call him the Velveteen Rabbit piece. Another little collection of paper right here. Some of our kitty cat calendars, since the post office says we can't make tags anymore, then we are taking advantage of that calendar. Another pocket full of stuff. This is 1885 ledger paper that's been written on. I love this number up here. This is one of my text page buttons that I'm really fond of. I hope you guys like them as well. 1972 Farmer's Almanac, 1967 Black's Law Diet. Another piece of fabric paper that features musical instruments on it. And the description of musical instruments. We have chipboard pieces. A lot of these pieces are from my friend Judy, who makes cards, and they are her extras or offcuts, which is cool. Washington, D.C. postcard. Let's see if we see 1993. Yep, 1993. This is to the Department of Medicine at Hartford Hospital in Hartford, Connecticut. I got a whole bunch of these, and I just think they're so cool. You know, I've left the tape on them because apparently when people took vacations, they sent postcards back to the staff of folks that they worked with. This is a very vintage piece. It says Cruise on the Black Sea. I put a small vintage envelope in here for you. You've got some fancy sweet paper clips right here. Again, from the Childcraft Encyclopedia that I love so much. 1972 Farmer's Almanac. More fabric, another little pouch of stuff, another little pocket of stuff for you to play with. Now, in the back of these two books, I created a little pocket. So this is the end pocket from the signature, and this is another pocket that's just arranged in the back of the book. So I hope that you enjoy pockets, because oh my gosh, this thing's just loaded with them. We will call this, I don't know, what do you think? We already, Bohemian, let's call this one Bohemian Dream, because I really do like the way that the mandalas kind of look like stars, you know, in a way. So we'll call this one Bohemian Dream. I think we'll call this one Victoriana, because to me it looks very Victorian, the fabric on it. Let's take a peek at the spine so we can see what the spine looks like. Rolled paper beads and glass beads, an assortment here. The closure is a wooden button. I believe that's Big Ben. Yeah, this is Big Ben, because there is the double-decker bus, indicative of London. The front pocket is right here, 1927 photograph, and you've got a little tarot card back here. Uh-oh, there we go. Be careful, because I attach these with 1/4-inch double stick tape, so that's when this kind of fell over, it kind of stuck. So just be aware of that. You've got pockets of stuff for you to play with, lots of text pages, and these are all vintage text pages, fabric pages. We love this key fabric. This is from the Childcraft Encyclopedia. This is from a travel brochure, an airplane travel brochure that shows the smoking area right here. Yep, I think that's what it is. I'm trying to think if it, oh, it's a train brochure right here. Again, Mr. Holton from 1927. This is a lovely, lovely, lovely vintage greeting card. I'll pull this out and show it to you. The note that Miss Margaret wrote, the sentiment is so sweet. I thought this was a whole note, but it's not. I love this has kind of got like a, I don't know, it's very textured. It's really pretty. We've got some embellishments that I've made. We've got chipboard pieces. We've got sewing ephemera right here. Of course, all kinds of paper. This is one of the illustrations from 1970 Reader's Digest. You know those collections that they used to put out? I have no idea if Reader's Digest is even available anymore. A little packet of stuff for you to play with. We have some Japanese writing here, more chipboard pieces. I really do love these. It says, I appreciate you for, and it gives reasons to be appreciative. Another little pocket. This one says, how are you today? This vintage greeting card. Dear Ginger, thank you for your dear card and note. It was so good of you to write to me, and it was much appreciated. I hear from Ruth almost every day how you are coming along. You are doing wonderfully well. I hope to see you on Sunday, as I plan to visit you with Ruth then. Lovingly, Beulah and family. Isn't that sweet? The Childcraft Encyclopedia, the 1967 Black's Law Diet. I love this, again, from the Childcraft Encyclopedia. It's hard to believe. I mean, we look to encyclopedias. Now, we never had encyclopedias. That was kind of a luxury item. But I do remember that one of the boys that I grew up with in my neighborhood had a collection of encyclopedias, and man, I remember how beautiful those looked, like sitting on his shelves. Just really exquisite. You know, me, nerdy, just really wanted to sit and watch, sit and read the encyclopedias. Get well, wish your whole new world on wheels. Again, this is part of the train brochure right here. I like the way that looks together. You know, you guys can always pull these out and make greeting cards out of them. You can make calling cards out of them. You can make thank you notes out of them. Just, you know, you have endless possibilities of things that you can do with this type of interactive journal, because that's what it is. It's made for you to play with, do with, make things out of. And this is our last pocket here. We do have an iron-on applique of a tiger, as well as a pocket just jammed full of stuff. I do see we have a bookmark up here and some planner ephemera as well. And this is what the back of this book looks like. These books are $40 and they are going in the shop a little later on this afternoon. I'm trying to kind of take advantage of it being just 100 degrees up here and get a little more done today. Thank you guys so much for your kindness and your support. I have to tell you guys that last week, the support at the Etsy shop and my patrons, which I really do appreciate it, bought a nice thank you and get well dinner for my son and his fiance. It was really just chipping in, you know, bits of the Patreon and bits of the Etsy shop, and we just, it's very nice and humbling to be able to help him when he needs help. Thank you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.